Reality Wrestling 149. You'll find the link below. Take a look at it for yourself. Let's get something straight here, ladies and gentlemen. Booker T was involved in the show this time. He was there. They did some tapings with him. And I'm very happy to see that he's not always at WWE. Almost exclusively, he is working in reality wrestling. But let's be honest here. Booker T needs to be more hands-on in his product. Because this product, even though it's not bad, it needs him to be more hands-on. He does not need to be there all the time working with WWE in whatever capacity he's working. He needs to focus more on his promotion. If he is focusing more on his promotion, he needs someone to give him a reality check because there's several glaring problems here. First one, Jada versus Miranda. Wasn't the match that's the issue. Now, we'll get to that in a minute. It wasn't that Ivy was there. That was not the issue. Look at this picture that I'm putting in my face. This is the Reality Wrestling website. You can see all the major wrestlers there that seem to stay on the roster all the time. Now look, 2 women are there. I'm taking it away. Ivory is not shown there. Miranda is not shown there. It's only Kylie Ray and it's Jada. Why will they not add, if the women are seeing more constantly than we know, why isn't he putting more women onto his roster page? Why is he not paying attention to his roster page? That's one of the things that need to be addressed. Another one. You have Booker T dealing with Familia. I'm glad to see this. This is something I thought needed to be shown more often. And that's a problem. Booker T needs to be more hands-on with this product. Seeing this very rarely is nice, but it's a problem that we need to see it more often. If it's not Booker T, why not let it be Sharmell, who's currently dealing with them? Who's currently dealing with it on behalf of Booker T. I want to see Sharmell in the place of Booker T to do the matches, to come out once in a while and say, this needs to be done. You're going to end this right now. Forget this. This is going to be done the way I want it to be. I'm running this when Booker T is not here. And this is something I really believe needs to be shown more often. We need to show some type of management. If Booker T is not going to be there to do this more often, let it be Sharmell because she's co-owner. Now, was the match between Jada and Miranda alright? No. I believe Jada was a bit botchy. And then the most glaring problem of the Diamonds division is shown. You got a feud that's going on with Kylie Ray and Miranda versus Jada and Ivory, and that's it. 4 women are not enough to get this roster a real women's feel. They feel like an afterthought. Now, I'm not bashing them completely. It's not all the time they can get enough women to fill the roster. I know that. They don't have a big budget. But they need to show more women. They need to bring other women in. This is what I mean about Booker T needing to be hands-on more often. He needs to bring more women in to at least periodically show more than just 1 or 2 women. Hogan was not enough. Now, we saw the Texas champion in Rex Andrews. And the thing that made me very happy was what I said needed to be shown. Hurricane Pro Wrestling, HPW, needed to be shown here when it came to their champion. Well, not champion, came to the challenger from them. And our champion of reality wrestling. I am so glad to see they were willing to show this. They need to do this more often to give a real feel. I would rather forego the Raw Rewind, as it's obvious that he got this from the Raw Rewind. I would forego showing what happened last week once in a while to show when Rex Andrews is at another promotion. Not only does it help the other promotion to a certain extent if they're at the same level, and if the other promotion is willing to sponsor it, we show ourselves as well. I am a reality of wrestling fan here. Even though I'm doing a review of it, I do like the product. So I want to see another promotion sponsored here as well as our promotion sponsored there. This is what makes territorial promotions great in the past. And this is something it seems they've been going pretty far away from. They don't show it all the time. Now, Rob Barnes having a segment. I still feel he needs to join Stevie Ray Incorporated. Now, I know they're having a feud. He's having a feud against Stevie Ray when it comes to Team Death Bear and Abel Andrew Jackson, the true politician of reality wrestling. But I still feel like he should join them. Because he needs a rub. I mean, he's not a bad talker, but his character sucks. When you see the match, you truly see how good Stevie Ray is. I know he's not perfect, and he's not the greatest talker all the time. But he does get his people over. He's a good heel manager. He makes it possible for this to work. And then, here's the thing. You see that Barnes loses. Because of KO. Not KO. Because of disqualification. Because of Team Death Bear. But then you wonder, because the way they set that up, you wonder who's his partner going to come out to be. Because the way it felt like someone was supposed to come out and help him. And it didn't have that feel. It's not supposed to have that kind of feel. He set it up, and this is Stevie Ray, to make it look like Barnes had a partner to come out and save his ass. That's how it felt. It should have been a really hard beatdown, throw him outside the ring, and then they just stand in the ring doing whatever the hell they want. It just didn't have that feel. It felt like someone else was going to come out and give him a hand. And I felt that wasn't done well. But I still love Stevie Ray Incorporated. I still love Team Death Bear. And Abel Andrew Jackson is one of the most polished people in the company next to Ron Davidson, in my humble opinion. You have the, I'll say this about what happened with Cristiano and Booker T. It was nice to see it. And I'm glad to see they're going to build up what is his name again? Is he Tiger the Dark? Or is he AHC? Which one is it? I don't know which one it is. I looked to see on, Title Wrestling. No, yes, Title Wrestling on YouTube to see if I can get a little bit about AHC. So I can get an idea of what he's like. He seems to have gone around a lot. He's gone to different promotions, even WWE and NXT to a certain extent, and they probably let him go. But the problem I see here is that it's not about Cristiano facing him. I'm actually glad to see it. But I do believe that Cristiano needs to have more of a price to pay. Because Cristiano should have to pay a bigger price. Familia is doing well. Better than Legion, to be honest. We get more time with Familia than we do with Legion. That's one of the pet peeves I have for the end of the show. But it feels like Cristiano should have had something more. Either a price to pay or a benefit. And I just don't see it here. Why have that segment? Why? They could have done a backstage segment. He said he's going to challenge him when he came. I just don't know. It feels like it's lacking something. And final thing to talk about was Hendrix versus Tempo for the TV title. Here's the problem. Tempo had a very good, not great, but good interview, just like AHC. AHC had a great interview. Tempo had a good interview. No problem. When it came to Hendrix, he got a chance to have a rub from Booker T himself. But here's the problem that made the entire match kind of fall to its knees. No build for Hendrix. No build for Legion, because we barely seen them on television. Here's the problem. Familia has been seen quite a lot for months. No problem. Very rarely do you see Legion. Sometimes you see a couple of members of Legion, but you don't see them coming to the ring very often. You don't see them actually beating up on people in the back. You don't see them actually interject themselves in the shows generally. It's very sparse when it comes to these guys. And you're giving Shawn Hendrix a shot at the TV title when almost no television time for him. No backstage segments, very rarely for him. His other members of Legion have had more time than him. The only thing he's done is talk, and he's a great talker. But we've seen nothing of him. And when it came to the ring work, it was good ring work. But still, it made no sense to let him have it. And it made Tempo's win weak. Now, don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's hard to build a real promotion when you don't have great sponsors, you don't have a lot of money, you have very limited TV time, and your promoter, one of the parts, well, you got Sharmell and Booker T. Sharmell is not being seen on there. I don't know if she wants to be seen, but Sharmell needs to be seen more in Raw. Booker T, if he has to spend more time in WWE, he needs someone to be we need a manager there. We need a manager for Raw. I just feel like the show is empty without a general manager. I'm not saying it needs one permanently, but right now we need more. We need to see something. We need to see someone give some sponsoring to the people, giving them a rub. The way they structure the show without someone showing it, it's lacking. But this is just my point of view. You guys tell me below. I hope you enjoyed this Reality Wrestling 149. Please give me a comment below and watch for my SmackDown review. It will be coming later tonight. Have a good day. Have a good night.